Expo presented by M-Space Invisible Grills, who's a platinum sponsor, and our gold sponsors are Pavani RMC and Air Vision. It is my immense pleasure to bring to the room two most powerful and beautiful women. Let me have the pleasure of introducing to you Mrs. Neeraja Reddy. She is the president of Telangana COVE, which is Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs, and she has been associated with COVE since its inception, which is 2004. Neeraja is a hotel management graduate, and her passion for housekeeping led her to start a housekeeping firm which is called Meghna Housekeeping Consultancy in Hyderabad. Ladies and gentlemen, she started this firm with just one employee, and with all her hard work and determination, she scaled it up to 300 employees today. Is that an achievement or what? Today, she proudly caters to corporate banks, ID houses, hospitals, educational institutes. And that is not all. She has served COVI in many positions and currently chairs the most important chair of the COVI, which is the president of the Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs, Telangana. Apart from her work, she's a fabulous cook. She's a movie buff, especially addicted to Bollywood, and a bookworm. Alongside fueling her determination is another powerful lady, Mrs. Jyotsna Cheru, who is also a very personal friend of
Hello.
mine, and she is a vice president of COVI. She is the owner and founder of her company CMAC, which is one of its kind under Make in India promotion. She's into manufacturing vertical material handling, construction equipment, which is generally used for carrying men and material for high-rise constructions like construction lifts, hoists, etc. They have presence pan-India and also in Middle East. They cater to over 300 infrastructure companies. Jyotsna is passionate about training, and she is invited as a guest speaker not only to this session but to more and many such students. And she is into mentoring students, interacting with rural women, developing their entrepreneur skills, and she is contributing in her own way to the nation building activity. She has been awarded by the Best Entrepreneur of COVE for the years 2014 and 15, and she is also a recipient of a prestigious Vishwakarma Award for the year 2016. She is currently on the advisory board of Construction Infrastructure Development Council of Niti Aayog. With that, I hand over to the powerful ladies. Over to you, ladies. The floor is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, Jagruti. Yeah, it's our pleasure to be here representing COVE, which is not just our what I would say is a social enterprise. It's our passion. Our heart is always there at COVE to develop more and more women entrepreneurs. So before Neeraja goes in detail about what we do at COVE, just a brief introduction about present scenario in India and how much of thrust is there on promoting women entrepreneurship in Indian scenario. So once we go there, and then Neeraja would take over to talk more about what we do at COVE. Yeah. So what we do at COVE is in one line, if I have to say, in short, if we have to say, we empower.
Jyotsna, sorry to interrupt you. Go to the full screen mode.
There's a little problem with that. So.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, I'll just try to.
Yeah. Yes, that's good.
Okay. So we in a jiffy and in a short way, if I have to put it, what we do at COVE is to empower women through entrepreneurship. And when we do a general talk with women and ask them, why do you want to take up entrepreneurship? Earlier, we used to hear these answers. I have a unique idea. I want to pursue it in the market. I have some strength. I want to do it. I'm very creative. And many women would say, I'm a boss of myself and I have a lot of flexibility. So this has been the general answers we get whenever we interact with the women. So this has been their constant answers. And when you look at the survey that has been done world over, also they found that most of the women start because they have an idea that needs to go into the market. But what is we have observed over our journey with COVE is there is a need to shift this mindset, for which COVE has been working at it. It's not about like I have an idea, so I will start an enterprise, or I want to have flexibility of time and hence I want to do a business. But today it is not anymore about just my idea, my strength, and my need for flexibility. But today there is women are coming into businesses because they have an elevated sense of purpose. They are looking at how do I make my presence in this economy. They are also looking at how do I make a social enterprise which is eco-friendly or which is helping the nation develop, which are their products which can be exported abroad and which will increase the foreign revenue for the country. So this is the mindset we have observed over a period of time, that people have shifted their purpose of enterprise. Now they are more into networking. They say if I do a business and I get into the social elite society, I am more into recognition of, I get my recognition. Then I have a lot of networking to do. So these are all the areas where I'm seeing that, the sense of purpose of the business has shifted for the women. And earlier, if you look at women-owned SMEs were about 3 million if in India, which is about 11% of the total SMEs that are MSMEs that are there in India as a country. Of the 3 million also, 75% were doing more into service sectors, like, the tailoring, catering, majorly. These are the textiles is a major business, and then housekeeping. And then these are the service areas, HR services, finance services. These are the services areas where there were many women. And of them also, 90% of them were micro enterprises, very small. And then 60% have not even sent to their registrations or come into the mainstream of the businesses. So this has been the figures. Now, with the present government, with the present pandemic around, with kind of opportunities that are driving us towards digitization, so many things. So now there is a need for women to shift their action from 3Ps to 3Es. Pickles, papad, and powders has been what women has been constituted earlier as a business entity. Oh, what do you do? So most of the business will be something which is very handy to me, which what I can do sitting at my home. But definitely today the environment is forcing us not just to look at these, but then you have more and more educated women coming in forefront. We have women who are quitting their software jobs and wanting to do something on their own. So this kind of fraternity of entrepreneurs are coming in more and more into the business area. So we have electronics, now engineering and eco-friendly. So the 3Ps have been shifted to the 3Es. Women, I would say, are running into the forefront, especially in terms of eco-friendly businesses. We have so many women in our COVE itself who are into a lot of eco-friendly businesses, like, reusage, recycling of the waste and making some very wonderful products out of it, and working with the municipalities and looking at garbage collection. Then you have this rooftop terrace gardening, or so many such kind of businesses. And then when you come to this, electronics is also another major area where we find a lot of women coming in these days. And of course, engineering is another area where today there's a lot of encouragement for women, and women are seeing how we can get into these things. And when you look for the scope, present scope, see why I'm saying all this. Hope, Jagruti, I'm not going too fast. Yeah. So why I'm saying this is, for all the women entrepreneurs are right there, I would like to bring to you that this is a golden moment for all of us. This is a time, this is a moment where if you are in some kind of a job, not so very happy, or you are in a business and wondering whether I should scale it up or just be there, or some diversification you are looking at, I would say, don't worry about the corona, don't worry about the pandemic at this situation. There's a lot of scope in the Indian market scenario at present that you can think big. So that's the reason why I'm bringing in what kind of scope is there in Indian market today. So there is something called as GAME, Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship. This is a program where where they are saying that they would be creating 10 million entrepreneurs in India, and out of which 50% they want to thirst upon how to develop women entrepreneurship. So if somebody is thinking like this, that means to say they see a lot of potential. They see the lot of potential in women entrepreneurs. And you know the reason what is the potential? We are committed. And if you ask any banker, they say we are very happy lending finance to the women because they are the first ones who will come and repay. So if you look at a bad debt, the ratio of men taking it versus women, it's really huge. Like, women do come back and repay the amounts, and they have no intention of keeping their loans there. So basically that kind of a calculated risk, I would say, or the kind of God-fearing attitude we have, I would say, is something that makes the banker today trust the woman entrepreneur more. And if you come with any plan, they are more than willing to give their hand to us, to help us. And there are so many agencies across the board who are saying, you need some training, we are here to help you. So it's just an idea, it's just that attitude that matters, that we can take the next league. And they are also projecting, these are all the survey results that have been published across, that there is a scope for 5 million women to enter into the business arena. And the top 4 sectors where they are looking is education. As we know, you go to any school, 99% of the teachers, except for a PT sir, 99% of the teachers are all women. If you look at tuitions and all, yeah, you have so many women doing it. With this kind of pandemic, you have everything going online. So you have online teaching, you have online tuitions, you have online exam facilities, and so kind of things. So education is one of the primary areas where we are looking for women. And then, of course, food. Right from the home to making it a big catering facility, women naturally take over to the food because they understand the needs of the customer the best. Daily we have internal customers like the husband, the children, the in-laws. So when we know how to cater to them, I'm sure these are coming in mass number outside there in the catering business. So that's where women naturally take over the food business. So with organic food demand increasing, with healthy food demands increasing, we are now going to say no to McDonald's, no to Pizza Huts, but we will be preferring with more of moms and kitchens and those kind of things so much. So there's a lot of demand for such kind of food joints to come in. And of course, textiles, we are very fashion oriented. So we know how to get beautiful things out of our creativity. We do it for ourselves, we do it for others. So there's a lot of textile business that is also there. And if you can look at Telangana government, where KTR Garu always says about the textile park and bringing in so much support for the women to develop the textile industry. And then you services, like whether it is a nursing services, you look at all the nurses are invariably women. So that nursing services, domestic care, you look at all the time, you talk of bais, the maids. So it's all the women. So the housekeeping services, you talk of what Nirja is better to talk about me than anybody. So these personal services, these are also the areas where women, if you start a business, it's going to be roaring. So these are the scope of areas. Of course, there are other engineering businesses, electronic businesses, but where the competition is going to be stiff. But these are the businesses which are naturally accepted, which are trusted for the women to take it up. So there's going to be that one step ahead between a man starting this versus a woman starting. There's a natural tendency for us to believe women because we feel that they can deliver it better. There's a natural trust that has been established around, and we can take that opportunity and get more. And of course, as you know, the government is launching so many facilities like Startup India, then Stand Up India. Also now the banks are behind us because at COVID they say, madam, every month we have to give loan to at least one woman. So every branch, not just one bank, every branch has to give loan to women. So please give us good greenfield enterprises or somebody who's looking for diversification. And there are so many trade related entrepreneurship assistant programs which are coming in. So where they are saying 30% is for the women entrepreneurs. And of course, the Mudra scheme, SIDBI allocated 10% of 10,000 crores for women-led startups. And defense sector is saying 30%. Defense is as of now saying we will be promoting Make in India. In that also, they are saying 30% we would be picking up from women-owned organizations or SC/ST firms, so as to leverage the equality factor into the society. So these are all some of the areas where you can look at. And as I already said, these are the thriving sectors. If you just look at, you're thinking, where do I start? How do I scale up? Just look at the budget. The maximum allocation goes for defense, and then agriculture. And then now there is so much of new education policy coming in. So there's a lot of business, like, from 6th standard, if you have to start some technical school or something like that, you can think of how you can provide those facilities to many schools who are just running like a corporate office in one small building. For such kind of them, how do you create lab facilities? How do you create a apprenticeship facilities? So these kind of things are also there in that. Health sector is primarily there for the women, where you can think of insurance, diagnostic services, or so many such kind of opportunities. So and if you look at infrastructure today, 0.1% of women are there in infrastructure industry. So that's another green area for women to come in, where they can get this chance of, like, oh, she's a woman, it's time to stand up. So this kind of the special lens on which you can leverage on that. So these are all some of the areas, thriving areas for women to take it forward. And now we will come back to how COVE is helping these women who are all interested. We have all kinds of women coming to us, women who are wanting, like, you see middle-aged women basically who are very busy with marriage, then children, then taking care of in-laws, and now they have come to age where the children are out of the houses for education, and they are now looking at, like, oh, I did my degree, I worked so hard to get this, I was working for 2 years, but after that, because of family, I couldn't work. And then we are giving some special programs to such kind of women, conducting a structured entrepreneurial ideas, like, structured programs, and bringing them. So I would request Neeraja to please talk more on what are the activities we at COVE are taking up. Now, over to you, Neeraja. Neeraja, you need to unmute.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Josna. Thanks a lot. Let me introduce myself again. Once again, maybe some new people might have joined this group. A very good afternoon. I, Neeraja Reddy, President, COVE Telangana chapter, feel privileged and honored to be with you all today. Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs is a non-profit organization working for the benefit of the women. We are working relentlessly for the cause of empowering women through various trainings, programs, and everything, activities, etc. Like we at COVE focus on a holistic way, like approach to groom women entrepreneurs into business owners, helping them with like mentoring, guiding, training, and also getting them like conversant with various government schemes that shall help them to set up their own businesses. Like the activities we do in COVE, like main thing is that our forte, like we can say that COVE forte is that we give ESDPs and ESDs, like entrepreneurship skill development programs and entrepreneurship development programs a lot. Like since 2004, COVE might have done nearly 1,000 ESDPs and EDPs together. And I mean, there are so many women, they they have taken advantage of in joining COVE and I mean using all these development activities with COVE. And the second thing is that the mentoring. We do all our directors and senior businesswomen and all our EC, MC, like management committee and executive committee, those are all successful women entrepreneurs. They mentor these new people who joins COVI. Right now, to the startup things and everything, they mentor a lot. And the third thing that activities is that marketing support, that we conduct so many marts, expos since 2004. Like we conducted successfully COVID trade carnivals, like 5 or 6 COVID trade carnivals we conducted since 2008. And we conducted almost so many COVID marts in different areas in Hyderabad, so that we indirectly or directly we are giving our members, women entrepreneurs, some support through these COVID marts, that they can market their product for a very cheap, very minimum amount. Like we charge them like 1,000 rupees or 1,500 rupees for a table space for a couple of days. So in that way, this is not it's not a burden for a small entrepreneurs, like 50,000 to 1,00,000 turnover women are there in our organization. For them, this is a very good opportunity to showcase their products. At the same time, even big business women also, they are showcasing their products and are selling their products successfully. We are doing this COVID marts in gated communities and even in malls and community halls in different colonies. Wherever we get opportunity to showcase our and to put up a COVID mart, we are doing there. Like we used to do like monthly once or monthly twice or bi-monthly once previously, but right now since April we haven't conducted this COVID mart. But online mart also we started with one of our EC person that is also doing very good business in that, and we are doing expos too. And we are giving awareness programs to our members, like government schemes, because so many of us, we are not aware of what government is giving to business community, at the same time for women entrepreneurs especially. So so many of them are not aware, because some of them now, they are not into habit of reading newspapers or listening news. So we are helping them, like yearly 2 times or 3 times we are keeping these sessions to inform the government schemes. And at the same time, we are tying up with all the some of the banks to introduce their loans to all our members, like informing how they are giving loans, what should they do, what are the papers they should submit, and everything. That also we are giving awareness sessions to all our members. Even we are giving to other people also, whoever is interested. And we have like activity like infrastructure development too, and in dealing with the land cluster development for our members. And we already developed our automobile park in Tupran in 30 acres of land. So our nearly 20 to 30 are automobile people, business ladies who are members of COVI. They are doing successfully in automobile park. This is, I mean, one the major achievement we did in COVI. And now we are planning to start one food park too. It's almost the paperwork is over, but we are into like the first step is over. Now we are into second step, but due to this pandemic, we stopped everything. I think after this we will start our work again. And we do networking and learning platforms too, like giving seminars in different topics which are useful for our members. And we do conferences, and every month and weekly ones and monthly ones, even we do networking meets too with all our members. Josna, the next this is one of the seminar we conducted in defense sector. that last year we conducted this with the GD Metla Industrial Association. So this was very successful. They were very happy, the defense people, that and it helped a lot of defense sector women entrepreneurs.
So these are some of the showcasing of our programs.
So
yeah.
This is one of the entrepreneurial development program which we conduct usually in COVI office, like the monthly ones, and we do sometimes we do even other places also, not only in COVI but even in other places. These are the pictures of COVI Mart which we conducted at Shanti Nagar, near Vijayanagar Colony. I think you all know Shanti Nagar. There in the community hall we conducted this. Yeah, and the ESDP program, we have conducted the training program for CRPF Jawans' wives. So nearly 30 to 40 people, wives of Jawans, our CRPF Jawans, they have taken this training program, and it's very successful. It was actually very successful. Our EC members, couple of EC members, they went there every day and they trained these people for 15 days. These are a couple of pictures of that. And this is a COBI ESDP program, which in Borabanda, almost every second month, we conduct one ESDP program in Borabanda. Yearly, we conduct 5 programs there. There we have a community hall, and there the local people are helping us a lot. We have a trainer too there. So this is one of the, these are all the pictures of that thing, ESDP. And SIDBI and SBI, they are helping us in sponsoring all these programs. And this is one more program which we conducted in MSME Balanagar, that Z awareness program, the ZE program. This is also a very successful program we have conducted. This
I think we conducted almost
2 years
5
ago.
to 6. Yeah, no, 5 to 6
ago.
locations in industrial estate. It's about zero effect, zero defect. The latest one on Prime Minister's vision program. This was equivalent to ISO. So we have done these awareness programs to all our entrepreneurs.
Yes. And finally, I want to conclude this. This is the right time to change the women, especially at this pandemic movement. That's what I say, that change is a choice. We can choose now that that lady can do anything. And finally, I would like to tell one more thing, that all these software people, like for example, Microsoft, I got an opportunity that at this pandemic time, they have actually very big vendor for housekeeping. They are in South Asia vendors for Microsoft. But they thought that Microsoft people that we have to give a chance to women entrepreneur as vendor in this moment. So they were actually searching in Hyderabad for housekeeping woman entrepreneur. So they got like 2 or 3 year old people, and some of them husbands are doing and wives are just partners like that. But they were not liking that thing. So they want actually 100% women entrepreneurs who are into housekeeping. So luckily somebody told them, they've given my number. So they approached me. I don't know whether I'll get it or not, but they want one of the women entrepreneur to enter the Microsoft with that big vendor. I mean, I can't even think the other vendor is so big, is too big, that he is nearly 1,000 crore turnover person. And I am here like meagerly 3 to 4 crore person. But I got an opportunity. I am trying, but I don't know. But I think in this similar way, maybe even other software companies or maybe very big companies might be thinking to give a chance to women entrepreneur at this pandemic time. That's what I want to tell you openly, because we can try in this, this time. And one more thing, they asked me whether you can supply, if at all, if we give you, whether you can supply transgender people, because we want to help them at this time. because transgender people also know they are facing a lot of problem just to have food at this time, like a square meal. But that also they are not getting, it seems. For that reason, Microsoft is concentrating and requesting that if you can give more transgender people for housekeeping work, we would be very thankful to you. That's what they told me. I don't know, I just cross my fingers whether I can supply that. But anyway, finally, I am concluding my session. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Neeraja. We really wish that you clinch that deal with Microsoft.
Yeah.
Neeraja and Jyotsna, you've been
Yeah, thank
amazingly,
you.
amazingly insightful. I have one question for the ladies. You spoke about the game program. Can we get some more details on what is game program? Maybe quickly in a minute.
I have to get back to you on this,
All
Jagrati,
right,
at this
no
moment.
worries.
I don't remember the name of the organization, but it's a World Bank
Okay.
funded program. But the person who is doing it, those details I need to give you privately, and
We
then
will get back to you offline
yeah,
for
sure.
that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. With that, over to Bal Reddy. Bal Reddy.
Thank you, Jagrati. Thank you, Jyotsna ma'am, Neerajna ma'am, for gracing this wonderful knowledge sharing session. So for the benefit of visitors and viewers here today, this Kohinoor Business Expo is organized by Kohinoor chapter. It's a BNI chapter, and BNI is the world's largest referral organization where we group of entrepreneurs meet every week and exchange referrals. Thank you so much for gracing the wonderful session. Thank you. Over to you, Jagrati.
We are
Thank
ever
you.
so grateful. COVE has never let me down, be it in terms of friendship or professional associations. I'm
Yes.
greatly indebted to you, Neeraja. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you, Jyotsna.
Thanks.
It was
Thanks
a
a lot,
pleasure to have
Jagrati.
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
same here to be here with you, BNI, once again. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.